All right, guys, I'm back at it with another one, and today we're talking about being the best. So, you know how we're doing this. We're taking this one at a time, because if not now, when? All right, guys, so for today, what I wanted to talk about is being the best. And the reason I wanted to talk about that, not necessarily that, I don't know. So, what I mean by that is, in order to be the best, you got to see yourself as the best. All right. So, like Michael Jordan, Jerry Rice, a lot of those greats, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, you name them. Name anyone that's a goat in whatever they do, anyone that's the best in what they do. I bet you if you were to ask them, they're going to tell you, I always saw myself as the best. I am the best. Even people who aren't the best at what they do, they will see that they see themselves as the best. And that's why some of these people who aren't necessarily there yet as the GOAT or the greatest to ever do it, they may not be there yet, but they see themselves as the best, which is why they're going to be able to get there. All right. So for me, for instance, for this, what I'm doing right here, I am the best. I see myself as the best, and I don't see no competition. You know what I mean? Eventually, my name will be up there with the greats when you're talking motivational speakers. All right. So I've mentioned it before. Like, if you were to have a Hall of Fame of motivational speakers, my name will be up there. That eventually it'll get to the point where when you mention some of these people who've changed the game, some of these people who have revolutionized motivational speaking, some of these people who you consider the best, you won't be able to mention their names without mentioning mine. And that's what I mean by that, is I see myself as the best, and eventually I know I'm going to get there. So a lot of these people a lot of those greats have already seen themselves as the best, which is why they became the best. All right? And you know what? There's some people out there who might be in the game, not necessarily, and it may not be this. It could be the NFL, NBA, active, whatever the case is. A lot of people, I do believe, are in it not to be the best. They're in it because it's just a passion of theirs. You know what I mean? And I've talked about passion before, so go check that one out too if you want to know a little bit about that. But some people are in whatever career they're in. A lot of people are doing something they're passionate about just because it's a passion, but they don't necessarily care about being the best. All right? So, as a matter of fact, I believe there's very few of those people who they're so passionate about it that they might not see themselves as the best, but they're so passionate about what they do, they become the best. Why? Because they have that passion, because they're able to do it at another level. They're able to put their work and what they do up above the rest, up above everybody else. All right? So me, no, I'm going to tell people I'm the best. And in order to do that, like what I do is, I remember when I first started doing this, like at the very beginning of my journey, I was saying I want to be a motivational speaker. Like I already had some videos out, and I was saying I want to be a motivational speaker. It's something I want to do, and I'm already putting videos out. So I realized I had to change that mindset and just know I am a motivational speaker. And then now from I am a motivational speaker, it's going to now I'm the best motivational speaker. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I may not be at this moment, but like I said, eventually it's going to get to a point where I do this so much and I'm able to impact so many lives and help you guys in your journey for whatever it is you guys are trying to do. I'm able to help and impact so many lives that when you talk about the best, when you talk about the person, the greatest to ever do this, you're not going to be able to mention anybody, any of the best names, any of those greats, any of their names without mentioning mine. So you have to see yourself as the best before you become the best. It's not just going to happen. Like I said, very few people, because they're so passionate about what they do, they don't really care for that title. They don't care about being the best. They're just so passionate about what they do, they end up becoming the best. But a lot of them, the majority of the best, the greats, seeing themselves as great, seeing themselves as a Hall of Famer, NFL, as wearing the gold jacket. A lot of them already visualize themselves in that gold jacket, looking at themselves in the mirror in that gold jacket, because they reached the Hall of Fame. Some of them, they may not reach the NFL Hall of Fame, but they get into their team, whatever team they played for, they get into that Hall of Fame, into the Hall of Fame of their team. Because each team has their own little Hall of Fame aside from the league Hall of Fame. All right? So, like I said, I see myself as the best. I consider myself the best, and nobody's going to be able to change my mind. Someone can come up to me and be like, hey, you know what? You're all right. Hey, you know what? I think you're mediocre. Hey, you know what? You're good, but you're not so-and-so. You're good, but you're not this person. You're never going to get it. Cool. You're entitled to your opinion, and that, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't going to hurt my feelings. But I'm doing this, and I see myself as the best. So eventually, when I get there, and I am considered one of the best, I am, you mention my name up there when you're mentioning the greats, then I know I've accomplished something. And then I'm going to be able to tell you, I'm going to be able to tell anybody that, I'm going to be able to tell anybody that I see myself as the best before I became the best. You have to visualize it. You have to see it before it happens. You have to visualize it and know it's going to happen. Like, it's almost like I said it before, where like my videos are made before my video gets made, and that I talked about in the passion video. So it's kind of like that. You have to become the best before you become the best. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So because I see myself as the best at what I do, I already see myself as a great motivational speaker, one of the best to ever do it, if not the best, the GOAT. Or at least if I'm not the GOAT, then you're not going to be able to mention the best, mention the greats without mentioning my name, because I already see it and I can visualize it. Then I'm already there. I'm already halfway there. You know what I mean? What's stopping me from reaching that level other than me actually stopping what I'm doing? I think to tell you the truth, the only reason I believe I wouldn't make it to that, and I keep that out of my head too. I keep that out of my head. Like, no, I am the best, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. But the only reason that I wouldn't make it to the best is if something happened to me. Say I get into a bad car accident, lose my memory, or, there's those people who have not necessarily amnesia, but I remember I was watching a medical show, this is a while back, where someone got something into their brain, and it messed with their memory to where every time they blinked, boom, everything's brand new. They forget everything. And it's like they're in a new world every time they blink, because their memory is gone like that, literally in the blink of an eye. And then I think as I was watching that story, it was like, again, some medical show. I think this person started playing piano, and somehow something stuck with them with the piano. So they started playing the piano, and little by little, they were able to regain some memory. And well, I take that back. Not that they regained memory, but their memory improved. And I believe what it said was they, instead of their memory restarting every time they blinked, it would restart, I think it was every day. Matter of fact, that could be like, what's that movie? 50 First Dates. You remember Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler? Drew Barrymore, what was it, every day her memory reset? And then it was she was reliving the same day, almost like Groundhog Day in a sense, where it seemed like she was reliving the same day over and over up until they got her out of that. You know the whole deal if you've seen the movie. So how her memory was reset every day, I think it became like that for this person. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, that movie could have been based off that. I don't know. If you know, put that down in the comments. If not, that's something I'm going to have to look up. Figure out what that movie was based off of, or that was just something they came up with. But I believe that's as far as that person's memory improved. So I would need something like that to happen to me, and then that's the reason I stopped doing this. Or God forbid, I pass away. And then that's going to be the reason that I stopped this, which would be the reason that my name doesn't get put up there with the. But I'm telling you, I don't think about that stuff. I keep all that negative thinking, all that stuff out of my head. Because I think it was Bruce Lee who said, matter of fact, I think this was going to be a topic of mine, but anyway, I think Bruce Lee had said something I have the quote written down. I got to find it. I may do a video on this in the future, so keep your eye out for that if I do that. But he said something, I don't remember the exact quote, but he said something, it was along the lines of, don't speak badly of yourself, even as a joke, because your body doesn't know that it's a joke. And that one right there hit me. So That's why I don't speak badly. That's why I don't say like the only reason. I mention it now just so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. But other than that, I don't speak badly of myself. All right, I'm the best. And who was it? I think it was any of my wrestling heads out there, any of the people that like wrestling old school. I'm talking old school wrestling. I'm talking Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, them. I think it was Mr. Perfect. So if you're into wrestling, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if I'm correct, go ahead and put that down. If not, then put down who said it, or if this isn't the way it was said, put down how it was said, if you remember, which a lot of you who are into wrestling will know what I'm talking about. But I believe it was Mr. Perfect who said, I'm the best there ever was, the best there ever is, and the best there ever will be. You know, albeit that was his persona because he was perfect, Mr. Perfect. You know, I remember they're doing little skits of him, and he just goes to take a backward shot, boom, right into the, nothing but net. Boom, first try. He ain't got to practice, because he's the best. He's perfect, Mr. Perfect. You know what I mean? But I believe that was his, what is it? That was his whole motto or whatever, was I'm the best there ever is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be. Or something like that. I know it was those three things. The best there ever was, the best there ever is, and the best there ever will be. So basically, there's no one is ever going to be better than him because he's it. All right. So that's how I see myself in this: is I'm the best, and you're not going to tell me different. So you have to be able to see yourself the same way. Whether it's football, if you want to get into football and you're going to be the best wide receiver, you're going to top Jerry Rice. You're not going to be the next Jerry Rice. You're going to be better than Jerry Rice. Your name's going to surpass his as the best wide receiver of all time. You have to visualize it. You have to see it. You have to believe it before you can become it. If you want to be the best, you want to be better than Tom Brady, better than Patrick Mahomes. You want to be that quarterback that you're going to be pretty much the Jerry Rice quarterbacks. I'm telling you, you already know what you got to do. You got to see it. You got to believe it. You got to tell yourself that every day, and don't let anyone tell you any different. It doesn't matter what they say. So we tell you, you know what, you're all right. Cool, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm going to keep doing me, and I am the best. Because really, it's your opinion of yourself is what matters, not anybody else. Because you're like I said, I've mentioned it before too. I think you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people. Oh, you know what? You're just copying this person. Oh, you know what? You took that from this person. Oh, you know what? You're not even saying anything important. You're this, that, and the other. People are gonna have things to say about you regardless. And you know what? I wouldn't even call them haters. I believe it was Eric Thomas who said something. I think he had a whole thing on it, talking about how they're not haters. They're not haters if it doesn't affect you. Now, if what they say about you when they're hating and it changes you and that actually has an impact on you and it does something to, now they're strategists. Because now they were able to say something to throw you off your game. They were able to say something that derails you. You know what I mean? So that's why you can't let the haters are always going to have something to talk about. They're always going to have something to say about you regardless of what you do. Period. Point blank period. No matter how good you are, I'm pretty sure a lot of the greats out there, whether it's motivational speaking, sports, movies, whatever it is, they got haters. Even the best of them have haters to say something negative about them. Why? I don't know. You can have your favorite person in the world, regardless of who that is, whatever celebrity that is for you, and that person will have haters. Someone saying something negative about them. Maybe they got their own little community where they're talking about how much, they're always hating on you and talking about why you're not good and why you're never going to make it. Or even if you have made it, oh, he only made it because of this. They only made it because of that. This, that, and the other. You're always going to have that. Nowadays, I don't even call them haters no more. I just say they're my biggest fans. Your haters are going to be your biggest fans. Why? Because they can't stop talking about you. They can't stop thinking about you. You're on their mind. You're living rent-free in their head. So if I got any haters out there, hey, I'm living rent-free in your head while you're over here. Oh, man, I can't stand that guy. Yet you're still watching my videos. You know what I mean? You're still commenting. You're still giving me that attention when supposedly I'm not good enough to deserve that attention. You know what I mean? So haters, like I said, they're your biggest fans. And if anything, I ended up coining this phrase. What was it? That They're closet fans because they're going to talk about you and they hate on you so much, and all they can do is talk about you, and they're telling other people, oh, I don't like him, and I don't like him, I don't like him because of this, I don't like him because he said this, because he does this, because he thinks this, because whatever the case is, they're hating on you so much they don't realize they're actually giving you that publicity. So they're closet fans. That's why I say it, because they're not going to come out and say they like you if they're over here hating on you, telling people why you're not good and why you don't deserve to have the fans, why you don't deserve to have the views, the followers, the whatever the case is. You have those people talking about that and talking about you so much. I don't call them haters. They're closet fans. They're a fan of yours. They just don't want to tell anybody. Why? Because they're always talking about you. They always got something to say about whether it's good or bad. Obviously, haters are gonna have all the negative stuff to say about you. But regardless, they're always talking about you. So in my eyes, that's a closet fan right there. You're a fan. You just don't want to admit it. You just don't want to say it, and you're saying all this negative stuff. But in reality, you can't get me off of your mind. You can't get that person off of your mind. You can't get that team off of your mind. You can't, whatever the case is, you can't get that person or that thing, whatever it is, out of your head. And you're constantly talking about it. Closet fan. That's a closet fan. To me, that's a closet fan. Those are going to be your biggest fans right there. They may not be buying all your merchandise and everything, but I'm telling you, they're talking about you. And they're going to talk about you to other people, and then other people, what might happen, they're going to overhear it. Oh, who are you talking about? Oh, he said that. I never heard of him. I'm going to go look him up. Boom. What'd they just do for you? You might have gained another follower that way. You know what I mean? So that's why I said, like, I'm not worried about my haters. You shouldn't worry about haters, because those haters, if anything, they're going to drive more people your way. They're going to drive more people to you and get you a bigger following without realizing it. So, hey, haters are really, like I said, closet fans. But like I said, like I was originally going, I went off on a little tangent there for a little bit, but like I said, in order to be the best, you have to see yourself as the best. You have to visualize it. Write it down. Write that one down if you have to. Write that one down. I am the best. No one's better than me. I am the GOAT. I am in the Hall of Fame. I will get my gold jacket. I don't know what it is for the NBA, but I'm sure NBA has their own Hall of Fame. I just don't know if they get a jacket or what it is they get. But in the NFL, it's the gold jacket. You know, they get that little the statue of their head. You know what I mean? Because I know when they do when they enshrine the people into the Hall of Fame, they undo the cloth or whatever. I don't know what that's called. They pull that off, and there's the statue of their head. Then they get their gold jacket. So put that down, Hall of Famer. I am a Hall of Famer. I am the best. No one's better than me. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Throw that one down. Write that one down too, because you know you're gonna have people talking about you and everything. You know you're gonna have those people again, those closet fans. I mean, you know what? From now on, I'm not even gonna call them haters no more. That's what I'm calling them now, closet fans. They ain't haters. So you're gonna have your closet fans. All right. So, but again, the best. I am the best. Nobody's changing my mind on that. I am the best. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Tell yourself that. Write that down. Write it down on, you got a whiteboard, write that down on your whiteboard. You have a cork board, write that down on a piece of paper, put that up on your cork board. Write that down, put it down in your car somewhere. Put that down on your phone as your wallpaper. So as soon as every time you unlock your phone, you go to get on your phone to go do something, boom, it says right there, I am the best. Have it right under or above your picture. You know what I mean? You're gonna have people who are like, oh, you're conceited. You got a picture of yourself on your phone. You're conceited. Okay, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're, like I said, nobody's gonna see you as the best. You're never gonna be able to attain that if you don't believe it first yourself. You know what I mean? I don't think, other than, like I said, other than the people who were passionate about something and became the best, I guess you could say by accident. Other than those people, like it's not just gonna happen. You're not just going to be doing something and then, oh, you're the best. It's not like that. So you have to put in the work. You have to sacrifice. You have to do all these things, because that's what a lot of the greats did too. They sacrificed a lot of things in order to become the best. They trained day in and day out, First one there, last one gone. Sacrifice going out to the parties, going out to the clubs, going out to the bars. Sacrifice watching that brand new TV series that just came out. You know what I mean? They sacrificed all those things to put in that work, and so that they can go and become the best. But they saw themselves as the best before they attained it, before they became it. So you have to see it before you become it. So I'm telling you, see yourself as the best, and eventually your name will be mentioned up there with the greats. No matter what it is you want to do. If it's this right here, motivational speaking, cool, I'll see you at the top. I'll see you when the best, when those greats get their names mentioned up there, and my name's mentioned up there too, then I want to see your name up there too. Why? Because you saw yourself as the best before your name got put up there. You saw yourself as the best before you became the best. All right? You saw yourself as the GOAT before you became the GOAT. And I'm telling you, like I said, see it. It's almost like see it to believe it. You know what I mean? Like you have to see it and visualize it before it happens. So that's my message for today. Go like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that fun stuff. And that's it for today. So I'll see you guys in the next one. You know how we're doing.